Amongst the many special insanities that I don't want to categorize, but that are coming into our culture, is this crazy idea of I get to choose my identity. Now, on one hand, that's true. You can be born in a certain family and can't change that, but that family may have a religion. You may be born into a nation. Can't change the fact that you were born into that nation, but you can move to a different country. You can revoke your citizenship. The point is, some things you can change and some things you can't change. You can change, for example, what you believe, but you can't change the fact that you're a human. As much as you're going to want to be identified with a cockroach, you're never going to be a cockroach. It's just not going to happen. And the core thing of identity is to understand that there's a single being that made you, that made me, that made every single thing. And the most beautiful truth about identity is that the goal is not to decide which desire of mine I identify with. Just because I like chicken doesn't make me a chicken. And it doesn't make me, I have an identity of a chicken eater. It's ridiculous. Rather, to understand that the singular creator of everyone and everything, it's literally like the director of a movie. He chose us for our parts. I was chosen, for example, one of my roles, I have many roles, but one of my roles is to be a rabbi. And the likelihood that you would be a rabbi, most people are not, so I'm assuming, is about zero. My father is a rabbi, my grandfather is a rabbi. Who knows? It could be for 1,000 years we were rabbis. That means the likelihood that I would get an education, and that education would kind of drive me in this direction, was very, very high. People that are entrepreneurs, often their parents were entrepreneurs. Now, if you were chosen by the creator of everyone and everything, isn't that the greatest identity to possibly have? And the creator chose you for, obviously, if you're a male, to be ideally a husband, a father, a good person. If you're a female, you have the greatest mission, to have children. Children bring life into the world. Help your husband. Men need women. They need them for the moral support. And so the point is that if, you identify as a tree and all the humans thought that we'd be trees, then the trees would die and the humans would die. We need each other. We need to basically understand that we were chosen to be something special. And that is how we're going to feel fulfilled. Because a person can only feel good by doing good and reaching their highest potential. So this insanity, I don't know where it comes from, that women can be men. Well, a woman will never be happy being, even as a woman, just going to work, etc., as studies show and prove. Why? Because their greatest joy and their greatest contribution would be from having children, and having a lot of children. Because as the Rebbe says, if you have a great potential to do something amazing and you do it, you're going to feel great. So we all have to look at the amazing gift that God gave us. And let's say myself, as the rabbi, I'm here to teach Torah. The more I do it, the better I'll feel. The less I do it, the worse I'll feel. It's not rocket science. The more good you do, the better you feel. So please do yourself a favor. Shut off the absolutely insane media, which is just a cult. And it's just a bunch of people that are trying to think that they belong to a group. But ask yourself, would anybody in this group actually give me $100? No. Why? Because the reason they're part of the group is they're afraid to not be in the group. The group is held by bonds of fear and shame. It's not held by bonds of love and goodness. And that's the difference. God's group is a group based on love and goodness. And be part of the real group. And studies show that people that are more religious give more charity. They may not be as outspoken. They may not be as loud about it. I live in Israel. Charity is like everybody's giving and giving and giving. So join the right team, the team of God, the team of truth, the team that says you were chosen, you're part of His story, You have a special part, special role. Choose to be your role, and the world will be brighter because of you. Thank you so much.